my conscious co-creators. Yes, I'm on at a special time in the evening time because of our marathon and because Spectrum really sucks. Having a no internet connection today during the daytime, but they did eventually come back, so I had to reschedule mine. So unfortunately, I know many people may have been looking for me around 12 noon, but we were not able to get online. But you've got me now. So welcome. We're getting ready. We're in the home stretch of our radio marathon here at Talking Alternative. And we got plenty of people still in the studio today, and I might even get some of them to come on before the show is over. Welcome. So just to remind everybody, if you donate now while we're still live, ooh, I even get my boa. Thank you, Priya. If you donate now, if you go to GoFundMe.com/TalkRadio.nyc Marathon, don't take my water away. Taking away my water, Jesus. If you go to GoFundMe.com/TalkRadio.nyc Marathon, while I'm still on the air, I will give you a big shout out. And if you want to know what that's going to sound like, you're going to have to donate and you'll find out. But as soon as I get that notification on my phone, I will shout you out. Welcome to the live stream, Kai, Zena, and Jeff. I love you. Oh, thank you, Jeff, for tuning in. Good to see you. All right, let's get started. I even have my quotes of the day today. So let's see what the universe and Abraham have in store for us today. First, from the universe, every single day, Sam, I'm pressing out and reeling in the abundance you're making room for in your life as I observe everything you think, say, and do. I hate the reeling in part. Press the universe. We love our quotes from Mike Dooley and the universe, reminding us that based on what we're thinking, saying, and doing, either that abundance is flowing towards us or it's flowing away from us. And that's completely in our control because it all depends on what are we focusing on in the moment. If we are reminding ourselves how abundant we really are, if we are reminding ourselves how magnificent life is, if we are counting our blessings and are in gratitude, we are making more and more room for all the amazing abundance that the universe has ready and prepared to flow to us in our life. However, if we're focused on lack, if we're focused on what we don't have, if we're focused on, it would be nice if I had this, but I don't have it, then we're only pushing away the abundance that's waiting for us. Our focus, our decisions, our moment to moment, how we are being in our lives, that is determining constantly, every moment, how much abundance is flowing to us and through us. A wonderful quote from the universe. Thank you for the reminder. Let's see. We got a nice long one from Abraham here, so stay with me for this. From Abraham. We like to explain that only a part of the consciousness that is really who you are is focused into the physical personality that you believe is you, so that you can then begin to consciously consider the larger part of you who continues to remain non-physically focused. Once you remember that you are a physical extension of source energy, then you can begin to consider and consciously tend to your alignment with your larger, eternal, non-physical counterpart. As you made the decision to focus into this physical time-space reality, you understood it to be a spectacular arena of balance and variety and perfect contrast. You understood that there is no competition for resources, but only opportunities to give birth to your own ideas. And you understood that once an idea has been given birth, the means with which to fulfill it will follow. And now, here you are, an extension of source energy focused in the environment of perfect contrast and balance, just as you have intended, exploring, deciding, preferring, creating, and becoming. Abraham. Woo! What a quote. This is a great quote. And this really, if you don't understand law of attraction, this quote is for you. Because this is really what it's all about. We have a tendency, and it's a normal tendency, to think that all there is this physical hard reality, because that's what we're in touch with constantly day in and day out. And what Abraham is reminding us here is that the greater part of us, the larger part of us, is actually non-physical. That we are amazing creators in our life, that we are powerful beyond measure, even if our senses only perceive this small physical side of us. How do I know that we're much greater than this? That there's more to us than just this? Think about it. Do we show up the same way when we're at home with our family, or out with our friends, or with our coworkers or business partners and associates? Are we the same person with our lover and our spouses and our partners than we are? Are we the same person that we are to a total stranger? No, we're not. But we are all of those things and more. We do not show up to the bowling alley the same way we show up to a boardroom meeting. Yet those are both us. We are so much more than we give ourselves credit for. We do so much more. We're capable of so much more. And we have amazing abilities. Things just come to us. You know, people talk about channeling, but things just show up in our consciousness that come from that greater part of ourselves. But we only recognize it in the moment, and we forget it when we're not in the zone, quote unquote. No, we are not just this physical being. This physical being is the physical manifestation of our source energy, our source consciousness. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience. And there is a lot to learn from this physical experience. And there is a lot to learn from every moment of existence. And we did not come here to suffer. We did not come here to pay the bills. We came here to evolve, to grow, to manifest greater and greater parts of ourselves that are out there in the universe, that we have access to. And we normally only see that in times of crisis. You know, we've all heard the story, right, of the mother who all of a sudden exhibits tremendous strength to lift the car to help her baby who's trapped under the car. We do that all the time with things, day in and day out. And the reason that we can do it is because we are greater than our physical bodies. We are greater than how we show up in the world. We are greater than our paycheck. We are greater than our relationships. We are greater than the world we live in. We are more than this. We are all that and more. And that is what this quote from Abraham is trying to remind us of. That we are creators of worlds, of universes. And we can change the world. One person, a small community. Indeed, has it not always been the case that an individual or a small group of people with a new ideal, a new way of thinking, a new way of being, that has always been the seed of great change in this world? Is there something about this world? Is there something in the contrast that irks you, that displeases you, that just doesn't feel right, that that's the way it should be? Wonderful. We can change that. We don't like our politicians? Wonderful. We can change that. We don't like the medical industry? Wonderful. We can change that. We don't like our education system? Wonderful. We can change that. We don't like all the wars going on. We don't like all the torture that people are enduring. We don't like people losing their lives over things that they should never lose their lives over. Wonderful. We can change that. It's a call to action. Contrast is not here to punish us. Let's get that out of our mindsets. What happens to us or what happens in the world around us is not here to hurt us. It's not here to punish us. It's not here to cause us pain. It's here to help us grow. And in every single challenge, in every single crisis, in every single painful moment is the seeds of something greater. And if it did not serve us in some way, it would not be here. All right? You would not get that toothache if it was not here to remind you that you eat too much sweets or you're not taking care of your teeth. You would not break yourself if it was not for breaking yourself open to something greater, if it was not to show you that perhaps you weren't taking as good care of yourself, that maybe you weren't letting other people in or weren't letting life into your life more, so you had to break yourself, so you had no choice but to let more life in. So you had no choice but to be supported by those around you who love you. Indeed, all of this is here to serve us and not to diminish us. All of this is here to help us to manifest into something greater. Indeed, putting on a 12-hour radio marathon is no easy task. Losing your internet in the beginning of it is nothing easy to deal with. But it was not here to hurt us. It was here to help us in some way. And I don't know what the effect of it is. I know the decision it made me make in the middle of all this, which I haven't shared with anybody yet, which I'll share right now, which is we have to redo the marathon. This was obviously not the correct day for having this marathon. We need to do it again. So expect to have the first annual Talk Radio Marathon redo in the new year within the first 2 months. And maybe we'll even do it in February since that's a birth month for me. So there is a reason for everything. Yes, so I am so glad you are with me. I appreciate all of our listeners. I appreciate those who are hanging in going like, where are all the special shows today when you were just hearing repeats before because we didn't have internet. And I really want to give a tremendous, tremendous, tremendous shout out of thanks to all the people who have contributed to the GoFundMe campaign. Adam and Callie and Joan, Antonia, Briani, William, Dell and Kai, Jill, Rob, Elizabeth, Michael, you guys, you just make my heart sing. And it's so funny because the majority of these people are involved with the station right now, and I thought they would be the last people to contribute because they're already contributing to the station so much. I was expecting this to be like just listeners and people who love what we do. But instead, who were the first contributors? The very family who are working so hard to bring you such amazing programs. I hope their generosity will inspire you. I hope their leading will inspire you. Spread the word. Go out, contribute, GoFundMe.com/TalkRadio.nyc Marathon. Share it with your friends. Get the word out there. If you don't like fake news, you don't like the media, you need to support stations like this if you want to see a change. This is the way we change the world. You support with actions. You support with deeds that which you believe in. And that's how we change the world. I'm going to talk more about that when we come back right after this.
You're listening to the Talking Alternative Network.